Alright, quick update on NEAR. This is definitely going to be one of my quicker videos because honestly it's very clear cut what we've got going on, and there's really only one or two things that I want to see going on right now. So let's jump right in and talk about it. So, you know, we talked about this before. If we go over to a logarithmic scale, you can technically see that we have actually broken down from the downtrend. However, you know, this is still such a huge uptrending line, even if it's not linear anymore. If we exit the logarithmic scale, you know, from a technical perspective, we're still putting in higher highs. Like, we've got lows down here, we've got higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. We are still exponentially building up, and this is one of the main reasons why I'm not the biggest fan of trend lines anyway, because you can draw them a million and one different ways. I mean, you could draw it a different way like this and say, oh, we've got all the way down to here. You could draw it here and say, oh, we've just got a touch point. Or you could draw it to the line of best fit going through these wicks here, and then you could say, oh, we've broken down. So this is why I run on fibs, moving averages, and momentum indicators, because, you know, trend lines suck. If you're watching someone who just uses trend lines, then I don't know what you're doing. But nonetheless, if we look at what's going on for NEAR right now, I mean, it's very simple. Like I said, it's going to be a quick video. We're literally back testing the 618 fib right now. You can actually see we've slipped below it a few times, so I'm curious if yeah, we did. We actually back tested it from the candle body close. So I'll keep it how it is. I'll mark this as a double fib region. In my opinion, this is the most important level to stay above. As long as we stay above this golden pocket, this double 618 region, then in my opinion NEAR is exceptionally bullish. I think the news going on in the space for NEAR is incredibly bullish. I think they're, you know, doing absolute bits right now. I think NEAR is going to be a great long-term project. However, you know, even the short-term chart does look pretty good. So, you know, worst case scenario, long-term moving average needs to hold. If we do break below the 618 and lose the long-term moving average, and we don't have a strong bottom, like I'm saying this needs to be a wick. We need to hold approximately between $13.77 to the long-term moving average, all the way at the bottom of this daily EMA at $14.30. So, you know, in my opinion, the price level that we're kind of ranging at right now is very healthy. I think it's good to kind of accumulate to the side after a big sizable move like this. However, I would like to personally see us hold this double 618 region. We've already wicked below it a few times. I think it is about time that we do start putting in some higher lows and stop pushing through the bottom of this 618 Fibonacci. So, you know, personally, I wouldn't like this to break below $15.25. But you do have strong support coming down to the 0.5 Fibonacci at $13.79, basically $13.80. Nonetheless, much higher time frames, like I've obviously got to talk about this daily squeeze mom that is flipping to the downside. It does not look good by itself when you've got, you know, a daily squeeze mom heading to the downside. But in my opinion, this is really just because we've lost momentum since we topped out. We are accumulating to the side, making higher highs, having a retest in this double 618 pocket. So by itself, this move on the squeeze bomb to the downside is not very important to me. You can see this has happened multiple times before. I'm not going to go through the whole chart, but you can see we've had a few fake outs before when we were really just accumulating before the next leg up to the upside. And another reason why I'm not too worried about the daily squeeze moms saying that we are about to have a bear takeover is the fact that, you know, as you can see, I talk about this all the time, markets move in waves. We move from bearish waves to bullish waves, bearish waves, and it looks like we're about to head over to a bullish wave. And this is on the weekly time frame. So do bear in mind, this does not mean that that NEAR is bullish right at this second. It actually means, you know, we could have a fake out. We could come down to the short-term moving averages as low as $12.65. My point is, whether you're looking at this on the weekly time frame, you have huge support down between $12 and $13. If you're looking at this on the daily time frame, we've got huge support between $15.50 and all the way down to $13.72. So we've built up a plethora of resistance while we are moving up. You can also see 200-day moving average coming in nicely at $12. This is exponentially increasing because NEAR's price keeps on booting itself up in the longer term. I still love the setup of this chart. I do personally have a breakout target all the way up here at the 1.618 fib, depending on which way you want to draw it, because remember at the start of the video we moved over the fib to the candle body close instead of the wick. Nonetheless, you can see we do have two potential take profits up here at $28 and $28.75 respectively. I think it would make sense to try and front run the market and get in on the lower fib and take profits at $28. That is just my personal opinion. I think that's a psychological level as well, or it will be when we're up near that price target. So that's really all I see for NEAR. We are looking good. I think we're just building momentum to the side, accumulating before we do have our next move to the upside. Keep your eyes on my ultimate moon line, which is, you know, the previous all-time high. There's literally nothing else. I mean, we're above every single fib apart from this 786 fib now. And in fairness, you know, we've had a little bit of struggle getting above this 786 fib. It makes a lot more sense when we draw it like this now. You can see we've got more accurate tests on the top here. And when we move it down, we've got more accurate retests on the bottom. So I like the way this fib is lining up, in my opinion. I think that makes sense that the $28 would be much more valid than up here at $28.75, in my opinion. So we're still looking good. Like I said, we're going sideways, so if we're just traveling sideways for the next few days, probably don't expect an update. If we have a big move up or a big move down, I will give you an update. As always, if you did like the content, please like, comment and subscribe, share it with your friends. As always, none of this is financial advice. It is just my personal opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. So yeah, my personal next price target in the short term is up here at $20. That's a 30% increase. After that, I will be targeting 28. That's all I've got. Once again, peace out.